Hello, everyone. This is Tina from Tina's Workshop, and it is April 4th, 2025. I can't believe we are in April already. This is episode 55, and it is currently 76 degrees outside. It is sunny and warm, and I am absolutely loving it. Getting right into finished objects, I kind of sort of have two for you this week. The first one is the Gallatin scarf by Kris Basta, and I will put a picture up here. And it is the one I did. I used knitted wit worsted, and the colorway is Haliki-Laka National Park, and it is 100% superwash merino. And I made this for my best friend's daughter, whose birthday was on the 1st, and her middle name is Haliki-Laka. They are Hawaiian. And I think it came out beautiful. So here is the scarf. It was a really nice pattern. And as I worked it, I'm like, man, I'm going to have so much yarn left over. I cracked myself up. Where did I? Oh, I put it up already. The ball was half the size of this one that I had left. So I couldn't have even done another row. So it was like just the right amount. Because by the time you're done, you start with this little point here, and then you keep increasing. And so by the time you're binding off, you've got the whole length of this thing on. So let's see. It's a cute little scarf. So you can do it like this and wear it that way, or you could wrap it around like regular scarf way or whatever. But anyway, it's super cute, and the whole reason I did it was because of the yarn. So I think it's really pretty, and as soon as I am done recording this, it's going to get boxed up and mailed to her. So second finished object is the kind of sort of finished. So the Cuddly Soft Baby Blanket by Candylou Creations that I've been working on in the 49er colorway. I have most of it done. So the blanket itself is done. And I actually did go buy another thing of the Big Twist mustard because I was about 6 rows short of finishing this, and it just wasn't going to look right. And since I could actually get the yarn, Joann's had it when I went in there, I bought it and finished it off. But the reason I say kind of, sort of, so this is how much, the one you just saw, that's how much of the red heart I have left, which is a color I can get more of. And I have the big skein of the rest of that. But my son was the one who requested this blanket in the 49er colors. And he wants the 49er emblem on it, and he wants the baby's name on it. So I still need to do the emblem and the baby's name. The emblem I'm going to do as like an applique and sew it on, so that's easy enough. And then I guess the name I will just put on one of these, try and like stitch or something on one of these sections. I don't really know. Maybe I can talk him out of putting the baby's name on it. Not that I can't do it. I know I can do it, but it's just going to be awkward on the way this blanket is. So I don't know. We'll see. But so that's what. There's a good chance you won't see this again, because as soon as I do that, then he can go give it to the person. Yes, I could take a picture of it, but you guys have seen this long enough. So anyway, that one's done. And those are my two finished objects for the week. And I have 2 works in progress. So first off, you've seen bag made by me. The Bayshore Bandana Cowl-by Dulaney. And this one I'm actually pausing on right now. So this is, I'm using Juniper Moon Farm Harriet Heather 100% baby alpaca yarn. I've got 2 colorways I am doing, and they're just numbers. Color 1017 and color 1016. So I'm doing those 2 colors. And I told you I was having issues. I didn't like the big long Tunisian hook. So I did get Got a Chow hook that has the flexible end on it. I don't know if I really care for Tunisian crocheting because it's still awkward. It's just, you get all those loops on a hook, and it's really awkward feeling. But that's not why I'm setting it down. The reason I am setting it down until I have a chance to talk to Kira herself on Monday is the way it's rippling here. I feel like somehow I'm got too many stitches. I feel like I need so it's adding 2 stitches, 1 on each end of the row, and that's what I'm adding. But the way it's rippling is like there's way too many stitches going on. Maybe there should be 1 or something. I don't really know. It's just, it doesn't seem right. So I need to ask her if this is right or wrong. Do I need to pull it out and redo it? Am I doing it right? I love the feel of it. I like the way, and I'm not a pink and purple person, but this dusty pink with the green I think is really pretty. It's like little flowers, a bunch of little tulips on a field or something. And tulips are my favorite flower, so that's always good. Anyway, I'm going to set it down at the moment until I know I'm doing it properly. And this was one of the projects I'd brought with me while we were gone to work on. So was the Gallatin scarf, so I had finished that. The other 2 that I had brought was the socks and the shawl, and I have not started them yet because I was working on this, and I did start another project. So this one is in a bag by, you'll never guess, Happy Mermaid Yarn Company. And it is Lake Tahoe by Nancy Bates. So it's the Lake Tahoe hat. It's also part of my acquisitions because I did order the yarn straight from Nancy Bates. So you actually get exactly what you need. So these are the yarns. And this is, I've only just started it. This is how far I've gotten. So I'm just still on the rib. And by now I should have put a picture up here so you can see what it's going to look like. And I'm actually doing this for a friend, and she is a weaver, and she's going to weave me something. So I'm super excited. And I'm using this for my little notions that my aunt gave me. And I showed you guys when I got this and how I could put the needle and all the stitch markers in it. And then I went and pulled out my little tiny snips. So come on, focus. So everything that I need fits right into there. So I've got scissors, needle, and all my stitch markers in this one little thing. And if I want to, I can clip it on a bag. I actually did. Why are things not wanting to focus? Okay. I actually did have it clipped into my big bag while we were gone. So anyway, this one is work in progress. It shouldn't take me too long. So I think I did the, it's way over there. The Golden Gate Bridge one, I think I did in like 3 days. So I started this one Wednesday, so I guess it's going to be more than 3 days. But I mean, sitting down and actually working on it, I don't think it should take a whole lot of time. So on Wednesday, I actually got to meet Nancy Bates. We had her here for a guild presentation and a class. So I got to take a class from her about how she designs her hats and stuff like that. So it was really cool. The lecture was amazing. Getting to meet her, take the class from her, it was all amazing. And I had set up this whole thing. So my family and I took her out to dinner that night. So we had a really nice time and met her husband and everything too. So I have a picture of myself and my friend Mary, who you've seen on my channel before, with her. And she signed, of course, signed my books and all that. So it was a really nice time getting to meet her that day. And so I kind of joked because I got the 2 books I have last year for my birthday. And then in a sense, I got to meet her this year for my birthday, which my birthday's not for another 5 days, but it was close enough. So I take it as a win and a birthday present. So those are everything I am currently working on. I have a few things that I'm wanting to do. I have stuff that I have started that are stacked down there that I need to eventually pull out and finish, but I'm not a monogamous knitter, but I am trying to not have too many projects going at one time. But I do have some acquisitions. So we were just in Louisiana again, and we flew into New Orleans, and then we rented a car, drove up to Lafayette, and then the same thing, came back. Stopped and had lunch with my cousin down in New Orleans because he's down there. And there's a few different shops down there. So we went to one, and I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. And it was mostly cross-stitch with just a little bit of yarn. And there just wasn't anything speaking to me in that yarn store. But they had these cross stitches up on the walls everywhere, and they were just your base fabric with the printed pattern on it, except instead of being printed, they were all hand painted. And these patterns were going for like $60 to $100 just to buy the piece. And my husband said, "Oh, is that the yarn too, or is that just, or the thread, or is that just the backing?" Well, if you got one that was a New Orleans one, then it came with the thread, but otherwise it was just that image. And I was like, my goodness. I was like, okay, that's what was in this store. Didn't find anything I particularly liked, so I was behaving myself. I said nope. So we went down to another one, and as we're driving down, my husband says, "Oh, we're kind of going towards the French Quarter." And then he said, "I wonder how far Bourbon Street is." And I pick up my phone because I'm, got the GPS going to see where we're going. And I pick up my phone right when he says that. I said, "Oh, it's right here." We were literally crossing Bourbon Street. So this store was down in the French Quarter. Well, the store was called the Quarter Stitch. And it wasn't until after I left that I realized, the Quarter Stitch, because it's in the French Quarter. In my head, I was thinking, with the word being stitch, of fat quarters when you're sewing. So that's where my brain was going, fat quarter. And then after we left, I'm like, we were in the French Quarter. This makes so much sense. So we went to the Quarter Stitch, and I'm going to insert some pictures too. And it was a cute little shop. And I only took a few pictures, but again, they had these cross stitches all over the walls, hand painted. And so that must be something down there that a lot of people are doing, the cross stitches, and they like these hand painted ones. I don't know if it's just one artist doing it or what it is, but they had a whole bunch of them. But then lower around everywhere, they had big buckets and baskets of yarn that were just like spilling over. It was so cool, just this yarn spilling. And behind the register, they had big cans, in a sense, up against the wall with all these different colored, basic flat colored yarns. And they even had hand spun yarn in there. Somebody had hand spun, and they had that. And one of these pictures that's a close up, is the bucket of hand spun yarn. So anyway, we went into the store, and it was really cute. People were really nice in there. And I got, yeah, it's noisy. I'm sorry. but I couldn't open it because you guys had to see this. This is so cute. This is the way they packaged it for me. So there's the quarter stitch. And it's, look at, even in the bottom here, the little red, or not red, but pink hearts that are floating in there. They wrapped the yarn in tissue paper, put it in the cute little bag and ribbon, and then she sat there and curled the ribbon. I bought some stickers, so those are all floating in there. It was so stinking cute the way they packaged it. I took pictures just in case I couldn't help myself and opened it so that I could have shown you. But I just thought it was absolutely adorable, the attention to detail of packaging this to go. So now for what's inside. So I got 2 stickers. I first was getting myself this sticker because it's so cute, the little hedgehog. I like the hedgehogs, but my son also likes hedgehogs. And I'm like, even though the hedgehog's knitting, there's a possibility he will steal that one from me. So I had to get a second one just in case. And I got this cute little squirrel. And I had seen a red squirrel while I was down there, so cute little squirrel. Then I also picked up this little enamel pin because it was so stinking cute. It says Yarn Snob on it. I was like, yeah, Yarn Snob, that works for me. And then the yarn, the Yarn Snob got, look at the way they wrapped it even, so that stuck up, but this was fully wrapped and taped. So they had, the first shop I went to, they did have a local yarn, but it just wasn't, it was those pinks, purples stuff that's just not mine. It was really pretty. The colorway name was great and everything, but it just wasn't me. It didn't speak to me. And I wanted something that spoke to me. When I found this one, I decided it would work with the greens and the browns and other colors that I'm getting now to add into that blanket I want to do. So this is by Cattails Yarn. I think I might have gotten one of theirs. I either got one or I showed it in the video and stuff the last time I was down there. It is hand-dyed in Covington, Louisiana. The colorway is called Salt Marsh Mermaids, and the collection is down in New Orleans exclusively for quarter stitch. So this your colorway was made specifically for that store. It is 50% superwash merino, 50% silk. And there's the color. Isn't that pretty? It's so pretty. And it's got the greens in it, but then it's got those other autumnal colors in it. So I think it'll look really pretty in with, as one of those accent colors, in with the other greens. And I need to start working. I want to design that blanket now the way, I know I keep changing things, but it just keeps evolving in my head. And I have something specific in my head now that I want to do, and the way it's been evolving. So I want to make some swatches and see if what's in my head will play out. And then if it does, that's what I want to do and create this blanket that way. So anyway, this is going to go into that. So then when I got home, I had a couple things in the mail that had been waiting for me. One is my Into the World subscription, and it is for March. It's the Restless Disco is the colorway name, and for the fiber it says Exmoor Horn. And there's the color. And it's actually a rougher fiber, but at the same time, it's almost soft feeling. It's not like super itchy, but it's super rough. But I don't know. We're going to check something out here. We're going to look in the Fleece and Fiber source book and see what it says. Ah, it is. It is a specific sheep. Okay. Oh, there we go. There we go. That is the breed of sheep, Exmoor horns. There's so many breeds out there, you just don't know. The Exmoor National Park, located on the southwest coast of England, was previously a royal forest for many centuries. Owned by the British royal family as a hunting preserve, the land was used by local farmers in the summer for grazing their animals. The Exmoor horn is a native breed that has been documented in the area since at least the 1800s. They are a meat breed, so their wool is an interesting, overlooked byproduct. That's kind of, in a sense, what I was saying, that it's like coarse, but it's not itchy. So it is very interesting. They grow white wool that may be in the medium wool neighborhood or even coarse to very coarse. The sample we obtained felt very crisp, nearly crunchy, with some spring to it. Not a candidate for next to the skin wear. It would make a great walking or barn coat, or perhaps a hardy winter hat. Well fulled to be wind and water resistant, if you're inclined to make a jacket for your snow romping dog. Exmoor horn would be a good choice. Yeah, it is. It's very interesting, and I'm eager to spin it. Just, it has a really, really neat feel. So I can't wait to try that one. That is a breed that I knew nothing about. And that's the thing that's really neat about this subscription, is that it's a different breed each month. So you get to learn about different breeds. And I've been slowly creating a list because I want to do a full breed study. And this little guy right here is full. You can see stuff sticking out of it because, I mean, it is very full. Very full. Each one of these bags is a different breed of sheep. So I want to do a breed study and spin these different ones up and compare them. I have 1 to 2 ounces of each one of these. So some of them have a 2-ounce bag, some are just a little 1-ounce bag, but they're all labeled so I know what breeds are in here. And some, like this one, is colored because that's what I happen to have. Other ones are the natural color. And this started because Paradise Fibers one time last year had sent out a breed study. So probably about half of these were from that. And then I've been adding to it, and I've been writing down a list, and there's 14 here. So that makes, this other one's going to make 15. So that's something I'm wanting to do. But speaking of Paradise Fibers, I also got that in. Look at the cute little hedgehogs. It's kind of funny because I just showed you the sticker that I've now lost that was sitting right here. Okay, I probably dropped it. You guys know how I'm always dropping things, so I probably dropped it. But anyway, I just bought the hedgehog sticker because I do like hedgehogs. And then I come home and the bag has hedgehogs all over it. Oop. So I'm like, okay, this is cool. So then I open it up and there's hedgehogs. Critter cuties with little hedgehog booty. And the little hedgehog there. Oh, wrong side, this side. I was like, okay, this is really kind of cool. Well, they did something a little different this month. Instead of being specifically for spinning like it always is, they say you can spin it, but it's not specifically for spinning. So, little baggie with all the goodies. As always, we've got some tea. We got decaffeinated vanilla chai. We have our Eunice sticker, which is actually one I've seen before. I think it was last spring they did this one. So Eunice is in the flower. There's Eunice all around it. It's a little animal, but I think it's more of like a little guinea pig or something. Anyway, it's cute. And then there's this little black tube, which is actually listed as one of the things you're getting, and what's inside the tube. You've got 2 needle felting needles. Can you see where this package is going? They have put it together so you can needle felt these cute little coasters with the animal's face on one side and its booty on the other, which would be why there's booties on the front of this thing. Now, they've got instructions here for the whole thing, but they don't have any other pictures other than having this here, the picture up here, and then the little booty pictures here. So you're just kind of going off of that stuff. But the fleece, it's all in one bag. And they give you all these different natural colors so that you can needle felt these little coasters. So you've got 1 ounce of mouse. That would be their colorway. Well, let me tell you, when I was first reading this, I'm like, I know they're not giving us these different animals. So colorways, you have Cory blends. So I guess that's going to be Coriadel. You have 1 ounce. It says forest critters, 1 ounce mouse, 1/2 ounce deer. 5 Days of Gray is 1 ounce thunder. Furry Friends, 1 ounce hedgehog. Carded Sliver, 1 ounce buff. And then you have your needles, your needle tube, foam not included for needle felting on. And then the project is 4 to 6 critter coasters or long draw spinning. And then Critter Cutie Charm stitch marker. So that is our Paradise Fibers this month. So that's kind of neat. It's a little different. I do like to needle felt. And I think you might end up seeing my idea at the moment, my plan. You know, things always change. But at the moment, I'm thinking next week your video may end up being these and this that I've been planning on doing for a while. So I think I'm going to have a little bit of needle felting fun coming up this next week. So that is all of my acquisitions. We just got back, so my husband hasn't had a chance to do much, so nothing in the husband stuff. Your yesterday's video, my today, your yesterday, was Inkaloom. So I hope you got a chance to see that. If not, go back and check it out. It was a woven band for my son for a belt. And the colorway that he picked out was we were going for colors like the Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine, but more muted. So I think it came out really great, and he's really happy with it. And originally he said, you know, it's not going to be a belt I wear that much. After we made it, he says, you know, I think this is going to be a belt I wear a lot. So that came out really nice. So definitely go check it out. Otherwise, I don't think I have a lot to share. I was doing shorts. I've been playing with some colors. This is a pea flower. My aunt got me the tea, so I've been playing with the color. I tried doing it just regular, got really nothing from it. Then I added some vinegar to it, and with the vinegar, I ended up with these little purple tips, but most of the fleece is still pretty much white. I spun some, just a little tiny bit, and then you get a little bit of that purple through it. And this was on a paper towel. I always like doing the paper towel too. Don't know why I do, but I do, and the color's always different on that. But that was just a fun little experiment I was doing. Like I said, I was recording shorts along the way, so I don't know if they'll end up going up or not, but I was recording them at least. But otherwise, I don't think I have anything else. I think that's all I have for you today. So I hope you guys all have had a great week. I can't talk today. I hope you have all had a great week. I hope you have an amazing weekend, and I hope you have an amazing next week. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye.